I wanna day. I hope you people are doing well. We thank God for another wonderful day. We give Him all the glory and all the adoration. And I would thank Him for making it possible for us to be alive in the land of the living, because it's not by our might, nor is it by our strength, it's only by His grace alone. And today we're going to be just sharing a few movies that I think you people will enjoy. We're jumping straight into it with Auntie Ruth's movie. It's called Third Marriage. Now, of course, I will highlight a few things about this movie and give you guys some info. There is no copyright intended in these things. I'm just sharing the movie and I'm also showing you what channel to go and watch it. I am not trying to duplicate the movie in any way. Now, let's jump right into it. Auntie Ruth always makes a lot of great movies, and you people should know this by now. And we ask God to continue to give us strength to continue to produce this movie that entertains us. Now, this movie that's called Third Marriage is about a man who keeps having bad luck with marriages. And this is his third marriage. Every marriage that he has always has some type of issue, and Auntie Ruth is the third woman that he's getting married to, and she's a psychopath. In the movie, she always finds a way to make herself seem like the victim, and this is something that happens in a lot of relationships. So this movie does have a little bit of reality to it. You know, some movies are not realistic, they are mainly just Nollywood stuff, but this movie does have some realistic stuff to it, because this actually happens in a lot of relationship. Now, in this relationship, the third marriage that they're in, she's always abusing the husband, but she will play the victim. So she will cut her hand. Let's actually jump into it. We're gonna mute the sound because I don't need sound here. Let's see. So this is the sister to the man that Ruth is married to, and the sister saw this craziness. There's just borderline mental illness that Auntie Ruth had in this movie, and she was very manipulative. She will always try to find her way. When her husband wants to sleep with her, she wouldn't let him. But when she wants to sleep with the husband, and he says no, she will try to blackmail him emotionally and start crying, and then slowly starts, the husband will try to hold her, and then she will use that from style to start trying to, do what she wants to do. She is the abuser here, and she have always played the victim. And let's see here, I want to get to some of the parts where the husband was actually trying to be a really good man. And one of the things that really saved the husband in this movie was that in all his past relationship, he has never hit any of the women that he's with. And there are men like this in real life who they don't want to put their hands on any woman, but there are some women that behave like men and they will box them. And this caused a lot of issue, because I think so for a man, there's, to a certain extent, you have to defend yourself. You should not allow yourself to be abused, just the same way that I say that a woman should not allow herself to be abused by any man. And this case was really, really bad in this movie. He will make breakfast for her and all that. But at the end of the day, Auntie Ruth said that, because of her past relationship, she was being abused. So therefore, she did not want to end up being abused. She wanted to be the abuser, which is a very stupid thing to actually say, because that does not even make sense. I don't know how you want to inflict the type of pain that you endured on somebody else that's innocent. I just cannot fathom that ideology. That thinking pattern just seems very, it's something that should never even be in a movie, because I don't even think that people can be like that. Well, I guess some people can, but it's not in the way that she's doing it, like not in a relationship. Like, it's just, it did not make sense. But she made sure that all the family members did not believe that the husband was the one that was being very kind-hearted and all that. she made him seem like the abuser. I'm trying to get to some of the parts of some of the things that she did. So the husband decided that he's going to record everything that had been happening because nobody believes him. She will fight him, she will slap him, she will beat him, and nobody will believe it. Even his own sister was on the wife's side. Anyways, you can go check out the movie. It's called Third Marriage. We're gonna jump over to the next movie because we have a lot of movies to share with you guys here. This movie is called Love and Vengeance. This movie, this young lady here was bullied by this guy and the brother, and when she was younger, because she was big, fat, but as she got older, she slimmed, lost weight, and became a good-looking woman. So, of course, this guy did not recognize her, and they started, a romantic relationship or whatnot. And she just wanted to punish him. That's why it's called Love and Vengeance. It's on this channel. So, but you guys should already know what happened at the end. The forgiveness was made and all that stuff. But yeah, you can go check it out. It's called Love and Vengeance. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to be moving fast now. Together in Love. In this movie, the Bimbo here and her, I guess, ex-husband. This happens a lot in Nigerian movies where people will try to stay together because of the family. So the guy that Bimbo, this guy, the mom really loves Bimbo and Bimbo loves her, of course, but she actually broke up with him. Like, their marriage was dissolved and the mother was not aware of it. But the mother had a stroke and she needed somewhere to come and heal. So they end up having to kind of pretend like they're together. You guys should already know how that goes. It's called Together in Love. You can go check it out. It's on this channel. It's an interesting movie. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I wouldn't consider it to be comedy, but it's romantic drama. Next one. This next movie is called Deceit. And Nosa Rex, I was watching this movie because of Nosa Rex, but Paul is also in this. Really good movie, and I really like it. I think he had also some teachable moments in the movie that I think you're gonna like. I believe this gentleman is he gay, or there's a lot of these guys in Nigeria now, and most of the time they are actually trying to break into the movie industry, which as you guys know, in here we try to speak nothing but the truth, and we fear no man but God, and we try to speak it how we see it. We say it how we see it. But these guys have been trying to break into the movie industry. We call them woken wine, which means man that try to be like a woman. As much as they try to act masculine in some of these roles, there's something really off-putting about when they try to act the masculine role, because we know how they are. But I'm not gonna make this movie about them because that's what they like. They crave attention a lot. Men that are like that, they crave attention so much. That's part of their thing. And you will see him like behaving in over dramatic way just to make sure that the spotlight's on him. Well, it's a good movie. I mainly clicked on it because of Nozarex, and of course I Care. The movie was really great, and Pearl acted amazingly. I really liked the movie. Just some part that I wish that was cut out because it was a little bit unnecessary, and I also wanted more of Nozarex in the movie, because it wasn't. Like, it was almost towards the end that I saw Nosa Rex again after seeing him in the beginning, because he played Paul's boyfriend, and I think she called him like cheating and stuff. Paul seemed to have bad luck with men, but he ended up finding a guy that actually was willing to do right by her. It's an interesting movie. You guys should like it. You enjoy it. This is the channel that is on. I hope this is actually the channel that produced the movie, the production. Because sometimes people just copy people's movie, and I don't like that. Okay, so this next movie is called The Unforgettable X. It's on Nollywood Classic TV. Nollywood Classic is a great platform that gives us a lot of Nigerian movies that we love and watch. You guys make sure you go check it out. I do wish that our uncle that produces this movie will stop re-uploading movies and renaming them. Is I know why they're doing it. They're trying to get the maximum profit from it, but to some point it just gets annoying and makes you not want to watch any of the movies anymore, because it just seems like the same thing that's that's being uploaded and re-edited in one way or the other. But in this movie, this girl is of course the ex to this lady's man now, but she's not aware of this, and she invited her to come and be a maid. Some women are oblivious to this, but you have to be very careful when you're inviting maids. But you guys should already know how this is gonna go. But the maid ended up trying to blackmail the husband, who is this guy, Mike Godson, blackmail to sleeping with her and wanting to rekindle, their relationship. So these movies are it's okay. This is not, I wouldn't say this is a movie that you take out a whole day to watch. It's just one of those movies when you're doing laundry, washing clothes, washing dishes, cooking, and then you can watch this. But it's an interesting movie. People acted, the actors, they acted really good. And this young lady here, there's something about her acting that I will highlight in some other movie, but not here because she actually did good. Next movie is called Ashawo Girlfriend, and it's also a Nollywood classic. And Peace is one of my favorite actresses and stuff. I really like when she plays in village movies. But in this movie, there was not really any Ashawo girlfriend. This guy was in a relationship where the girlfriend was taking him for granted because she has money, more money than him, and he was always like looking for a job and stuff like that. But she pretty much did not know what she had. And this friend here, who's an Ashawo, was encouraging the friend to push the boyfriend out. This movie is actually very, very funny. I actually like it. It's actually very funny. I was getting to this part in the movie, but let's see. Sorry guys, this might be a little bit boring. I'm trying to move fast, but trying to get to the point of the movie that I was at right now. It just got cut off. Not sure why. Let's move. This time code thing is not acting proper. So this is the husband, and the wife had been always abusive towards him because she was making all the money. And in this part, she wanted him not to sleep on the bed because it's their matrimonial bed and she's the one that bought it and all that stuff. So he decided he's gonna sleep on the floor. And then she starts begging him to come back to bed and all that. Sometimes with women, when they feel like they have power over you, they do things like this. But you have to realize one thing. As a woman that's out there, you have to realize one thing. Men are willing to sleep on the floor for peace. Men are willing to abandon everything for the sake of peace. So while you're trying to say that, oh, money is this, I have money now, I'm a big girl, I'm an independent girl, men don't care. Men really don't care about that stuff. They will sleep on this floor. They will sleep on that floor. No, they don't care. They don't care about your bed, how comfortable it is, and all that. That's one thing you need to take from this movie. Because now she's in that big bed by herself, and she looks depressed, she looks alone, and she begged the husband to come back to the bed. But he doesn't want to. He doesn't want it. It's not about having a big, comfortable bed. It's about who's laying next to you in that big, comfortable bed. And she realized this. But a man will abandon all these things for the sake of peace. So That's one thing I want you to take out from this movie. And like I said, it's a very, very good movie. It has a lot of teachable moments, so I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's called A Shower Girlfriend. Let's go to the next one. This movie is called The Rejected Mate. It's on Nolly Family TV. Rejected Mate. So in this movie, this guy, he was thrown into prison because they assumed that he's the one that killed his father, but he was actually framed by the dad's opponents in the company. So they threw him in jail because if they accuse him of killing his father and then throw him in jail, that means that he cannot take over the company. So, but when he came out of jail, this is Sonia's sister. This is the person that rejected him. And don't worry, it's not going to work out for her very, very well, which you guys are going to see. But when he came out of jail, he came to this lady's house, which was the mother to the girl that you people just saw. And we're just going to get to that part. And he came to the gate. And Sonia, who was actually a stepdaughter, treated him like a human being. Meanwhile, this is the lady's mom. Now, there's a deal that... So this is him that he just got out of jail, and he's over here he came to this house because he understood that the father had a deal with the lady of this house, and which is this lady in the red weaves, and the deal was that she would try to help him, but she wasn't trying to do that. Also, part of the deal that the dad had was that this lady will give one of her daughter to him to marry. But he just got out of prison and he's like, I'm not looking into marrying anybody. I just want to actually focus on my life and get myself together and all that stuff. But this lady is supposed to be the one that he is betrothed to. But you can already see with her bad character and her attitude and the way that she reacted towards him, she ended up missing out on that. And it's crazy. There's a teachable moment here that I want to share with you guys. And that will be, let's actually get a little bit closer to the middle of the movie. The mother did not want him. She told the mother to push the stepsister towards him, and which is Sonia. And Sonia, with her not natural, she's wearing that old people's weave again. But her kind self was, trying to take care of this guy, was focusing on making sure that he's okay. So he agreed to take Sonia as a wife because that's the only condition that the mother gave to him, that if he takes Sonia as a wife, that he will employ him as a gatesman because he can't get a job anywhere else as an ex-con. So, but Sonia and him, they started like working together. He started working because he's a smart kid. He started putting in work, getting Sonia all type of things. And the daughter got jealous of that. So Sonia will cry about things that's going on and he will try the best that he can to provide. He bought her a laptop. The sister now that rejected him now wanted him. And that's how it is, Sometimes when women see that other women are interested in a man, now they want him. But they probably didn't want him before. But it's a great movie. You guys are going to enjoy it. I like movies like this because it teaches you that your character can actually affect your future. It can impact your future in a great way. And you need to be mindful of how you treat people. The next movie here is called Carelessness. This is on Cheesy Flicks TV. Cheesy Gold. Cheesy Baby. This movie, oh man. When I was starting this movie, I wasn't trying to watch it because it just seems like it's gonna be one of those sad movies and all that. I know Cheesy tries to start off with like catching you with like the click, But the part where she fell, I don't think she should have used that, like this part, because it's already telling on what the movie is gonna be about. So I would just say, don't do this or find something else. Like we can already tell. But she adopted a kid, pretty much, and was taking care of this kid. But once she got pregnant, because she couldn't get pregnant before, but once she got pregnant, this kid that she adopted, she started mistreating her and started, talking down, just being really mean to the girl. And the girl acted so well. She's such a little great actress. The movie, the way that what I really liked is that this is a teachable moment to some of us. Because if you're treating people bad because of what you have, you just need to understand that that can also be taken away. And this movie it's a very emotional and touching movie, and I had to watch it all the way to the end so I can share it with you guys. But if you're someone that cries a lot, I might tell you not to watch this movie. If you're someone that gets really emotional, I might tell you not to watch the movie. But it's a really interesting movie, and it will teach you a lot about, treating people in a certain way as well, especially children. There's a lot of kids that are actually in this type of situation where a woman that have not had a kid in a very long time and then decide to adopt a kid. And when they adopt that child and they get pregnant and have their own child, they treat their own child better than the other kid, and they pretty much turn the child into a houseboy or house girl when their own kid comes. And that is something that God does not like, man. And you have to be very careful when you're doing that, because not only can that your kid be taken away, that could take away both of them. So you will have nothing to fall back on. So for all you women that are out there, you have a step kid, you have an adopted child, and you have your own son, and you do not treat them equally, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening one of these days, because God is watching you. But this movie is very, very teachable to it has a lot of moral stories that you guys are going to enjoy. Cheesy did an amazing job, of course. Shout out to the production crew, film crew, editors, and all that stuff. Amazing job. We're going to the next one now. Next movie is After I Do. This is with Maurice Sam and Oni. This is, of course, it's on Uchenna Bonambo. Hope I'm saying that right. TV. You guys should already know. Uncle Uche only drops hits and hits and hits after hits. But yeah, let's jump into this. I think, like you guys should already know, this is a really interesting movie that I think you guys are gonna enjoy. The wife. Actually, this movie has something that I want to highlight, because there's a lot of relationships that have this type of issue, and I wanted to highlight it because it's important. So in this movie, the wife, who is Oni, wants a little bit of spice in their relationship. Okay, so in sometimes she will just want the husband to bend her over in the kitchen, and in the car she will just want to do it in the car, knock in the car, knock in the bush, do things other than just the usual. So here you will see her there in the kitchen, and she just comes up to him and they have a child. So after having a kid, sometimes the sex drive or whatever they call it dies. So now they're in the kitchen. She's like, I want it here, and let's get a little bit closer.
Yes, nice.
Toby,
Okay.
I want something. Let's quickly do something here right now.
Baby.
Nice.
Baby. Okay. You know what? We let's do it in the room.
No, I want it here. Something different, something exciting.
We can't do this here. This is what.
So she says she wants it there. She wants something exciting. This is a lot of things that men don't seem to understand in the relationship, and I've highlighted this multiple times in some of the things I've reviewed with women wanting excitement, wanting something different. You can't have a woman doing the same thing all through our marriage. Uh, they're either gonna lose interest or fall out of love in the relationship. All she wanted was a quick nag in the kitchen. Even if the daughter was coming, she doesn't care. That's how she came into this world. But Maurice, who's the dad, is like, let's go to the room and go do it. As a man, you don't do this. I'm telling you people now, I don't care if you're a pastor, apostolic, or whatever, you do not do this. You're in a relationship with someone who is going to be a little bit different than you. Now, there's actually some cases where it's reverse. So the woman will be the one to say, no, let's go do it in the room. And the man will want to knock everywhere. It's just interesting that it's in this case, it's actually the woman that's doing it. But one thing you need to understand about women is that they like excitement. They like things to be different. Every once in a while, you switch it up. In this case, Maurice was now willing to compromise, which is one of the key points of marriage, is to compromise. She's like, bend her over there. She wants to do it here.
Do not here. You want semen all over this place.
It's like he wants. Maurice is stupid for this one. He said you want semen all over this place. What do you mean? Bro, let's just stop this nonsense because that was funny. But the movie does have a lot of teachable moments. I think you guys are gonna like it. It's called After I Do. It's very interesting. Like I say, it has a lot of teachable moments. I hope you guys do take that from the movie as you're watching. We're gonna jump into the next one now. Next movie is called Enchanted, and this is on Maurice Sam TV. And this movie, the only thing I'm going to say is that this is a very unrealistic movie. People that are watching it, I'm not sure what's going through your mind, but I'll just give you a quick viewpoint of what I thought. So in this movie, Maurice is in love with this older woman, and she's probably in her 40s or something like that. And she was telling him that because he keeps trying to hit on her, and she's telling him like, you're a boy, you're a kid, why are you trying to hit on me and all that stuff? Because she understood that she probably cannot give him a child. The character that Maurice is playing right here is not a realistic character, because most men want children and they're gonna go with not that she cannot have a kid, she can, but it will put her life at risk to have a child at such age. There's going to be some complication, and some women are not willing to risk that. If he just wanted a fling, someone, to be having fun with, and they can have fun with one another, that would be different. But this, he wanted to marry her. He wanted to spend the rest of his life with. This is an unrealistic movie, and it's called Enchanted. You can go watch it and live in illusion, delusional mindsets. But Maurice always plays this type of things where he thinks that your grandmother is the most beautiful woman in the world, which I actually consider my grandmother to be the most beautiful woman in the world. But if she was acting in a movie, I would tell her, Grandma, what are you doing? God rest her soul. Now, this movie, like I said, is very unrealistic. Maurice was hitting at this older woman hard. He was going after her. He was trying to knock her by all means necessary. And she's like telling him, no, I do not want you. You're too young. You have your life ahead of you. And, she was very realistic. But yeah, you can go check out the movie. It's on Maurice Sam TV. Let's go to the next one. Next movie is called Conjugal Right. I hope I'm saying that right. The way that they put right is, Twisted and Ann is in this, and it's a really great, interesting movie. So there's these movies. I picked them and I'm highlighting them because it has a lot of some teachable moments that I think most people don't talk about all the time. In this movie, Too Sweet and Nan is always going to the maid to sleep with her instead of sleeping with the wife. And the reason why this is because the wife does not know how to clean herself properly. And this is something that a lot of men don't say anything. And this was destroying their relationship because he wouldn't just come out and tell her, babe, your thing smells like fish. Go and wash that thing up. And she keeps trying to figure out what's going on. And every time he will go and they will try to make love, they will try to, she wants to nag and all that, but he will say he's not in the mood because he's already been traumatized by the smell that comes from her contours. And this was just tearing them apart all throughout the movie. He will get up in the middle of the night and he will go to the maid's room to go knack. And the wife even followed him one time to go find out where it is that he goes at night time. But she found out. She found out and she couldn't realize what was going on. But the maid ended up kind of spilling the whole thing as why the husband doesn't want to sleep with her because her contours has a bad odor. And all she really needed to do was wash as much as possible and clean out everything and before they have sex. As a lady, this is something, hygiene is very very important. Your hygiene is very very important to a man. It can literally kill a man's sex drive. Even though they say that men will knack anything, yes, if you're not their wife, when you becomes a man's wife or girlfriend, the standard is set a little bit higher than some whore on the streets, some ashawo on the streets. So unless you're just straight for the streets and you can just wipe off and go on to the next person. If you're someone that's been considered as a wife or being considered to be a wife, you have to make sure that your hygiene is top notch as a woman. And of course, men take care of their hygiene. Men just have something poking out and it's easy to just wash that thing. But yours is buried deep. So you have to exercise a little bit more education on making sure that you take care of that. This is very important, not just to married women, but to all the women out there. So watch this movie, and I think you're going to enjoy it, and I think you're going to learn something. I feel so bad for her because I know there are definitely some women that will be in the same type of situation, and trying to figure out what was going on because not everybody was thought about, I guess how to clean down there and all that stuff. And this is to blame the mothers. So mothers need to take time to actually teach their children how to properly maintain the hygiene of that area. Not just that, your whole body. As a woman, you gotta be taking care of yourself. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. Women know what really. The next one is called Ghetto Girl. This movie is straight up comedy. I like it. I think you guys are going to enjoy this movie. Sandra is on top of this and she acted so well. I really enjoy it. I think you guys also going to enjoy it. In this movie, she's a troublemaker. She steals, and this is because of past trauma that she faced. And this is the sister trying to get her on the right path, but it's just been difficult. So the sister ended up employing the help of a radio station to help to get the sister on the right track from stealing and doing all type of things. But it's a really, really good movie because it was so tough for her to stop that act of stealing. And but you're going to enjoy the movie. A lot of comedy. Go check it out. It's on Sandra's TV. Go check it out here. Let's go to the next one. My next movie is Man in Love. Of course, it's the number one from Frederick. Man in Love, very great movie. I have of course a review of this movie coming just on its own. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. But go check out the movie. Very, very funny. It has a lot of comedy, romance, drama. This is that one in all type of movie you're going to enjoy. And of course, Frederick did an amazing job. Also, all the actors did an amazing job. In this movie, he's married to an over Christian woman. Not married, but engaged to be married. And he's just trying to get her to be a little bit more connected to him as a man, to his needs and the things that he wants to do. Of course, he wants to knack. But the sister in the Lord refused, and he ended up having to find the love that he wants somewhere else. And she couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe where he found love. And that's something that most women do not know about men. Men will literally find love even at a strip club. Sometimes it's not good, sometimes it is. But men will find love where they can find it. It's not most of the time they are going to churches trying to look for love. Most men that actually go to church, they're not going now to look for love. They're just going to see if they can hear the word of God and get out. Because they know that some sisters in the church now are actually more of an ashawo than the ashawos that are on the streets. But this is the end of the movie recommendation and a little bit of critic here and there. There wasn't that much critic in this movie, but a lot of teachable moments. Man in Love, really great movie. You guys are gonna enjoy it. Make sure you go check it out. Great movie. This is your number one Nigerian movie critic. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Paula.